Hey everybody, this is a story about Justin and Jackie. Hi, it's Robert Greenblatt. Just wanted to share a quick story with you about Justin and Jackie. I met them probably, I don't know if there's a little net here. I met them around 4 or 5 years ago, and I helped them buy their forever home. And at that time, they had another property which actually belonged to Justin prior to meeting Jackie. And he bought it at the wrong time, when the market was super hot in the late 2000s, and he owed a lot of money on the house. We tried to sell it. It didn't work. We just, we couldn't get the value we needed for it. So we did rent the property, and he had it rented for a while. He went through a couple of different tenants over the last few years, and then had some trouble with a tenant, which happens, no fault of his own. And the house was starting to need some work, which they were not prepared to do. So they're living in their forever house, and they don't know what to do with this property. They had a tenant that wasn't paying. They finally moved out. The house had a bad roof on it, and they just were over it. They did not want to rent this property again. So we got to talking. Gee whiz, this goes back many months now at this point. It took a long time to get through this transaction. So we start talking about this property, and there's still no equity in the property. Not enough for us to say, oh, let's just list it for X and then we'll sell it. And then, maybe you're at a break even. The numbers were just too far apart. I mean, probably about $30,000 or $40,000 apart. So I said, I know you guys pretty well at this point. Why don't we try a short sale? So what's a short sale? A short sale means, first of all, what it doesn't mean is, it doesn't mean that it's short. The process is actually really long, or could be really long. But the word short in short sale means shorting the mortgage. So we took a shot. We listed it at what appeared to be the proper market value for the property to see if we can get some interest. And we did get some interest. In the meantime, we're working closely with a local attorney who specializes in this kind of stuff, and their mortgage company, to try to get this approved as a short sale. There's a lot of financial stuff that goes on behind the scenes, but essentially the mortgage company has to review the homeowner's personal finances and get a sense of, why should I let the homeowner off the hook for that difference, in this case, probably around $30,000 or $40,000. So we go through it, and initially it's denied, and then it's denied again. We had a buyer that was holding on but losing patience very quickly. Without looking at a calendar, I think we spent probably 6 or 7 months trying to get this done. Anyway, finally, we get it done. We get an approval. Just before we were getting the approval, they were so beyond this property, Justin and Jackie, that they were trying to figure out ways, well, how can we come up with that $30,000 or $40,000 difference just to be done with this property? Does that sound familiar? Any of you watching this feel that way about a property you own? So meantime, they're about to have their first child. Justin's pay gets cut because of the whole COVID pandemic and his work. A lot going on for this soon-to-be growing family, and we got it done. So pretty amazing. And here's what they had to say. We have worked with Robert for several years, and he always delivers. He helped us buy our current house and helped us rent another house that we owned multiple times. Each time that we would turn over tenants in our rental property, we would talk to Robert about trying to sell it. The property was purchased 3 months before the 2008 market crash and has never been worth the loan left on it since, so we haven't been able to sell it. This time, when our tenant left, we were expecting our first child, and the house needed significant repairs, including a new roof. Our last tenant had also gotten very ill and had been unable to pay his rent for a few months, so we had been paying 2 mortgages. That is not fun, man, paying your own home and then a vacant property. We were at the point where we had been paying 2 mortgages without rental income and knew that if we kept the property, we would have to spend a tremendous amount of money on it that we would never get back in a sale. Robert suggested that we might be good candidates for a short sale, and we decided to try it, hoping to cut our losses and no longer be landlords so we could focus on our new baby without the liability. Robert has a great legal partner that also specializes in short sales. They both worked with us every step of the way and made it happen. The buyer changed realtors multiple times, and Robert navigated it and kept the deal together. Yeah, that was nuts. The buyer's agent actually went through 3 separate real estate agents during the course of this transaction. Really, really unusual set of circumstances there. But that's what happened. The mortgage company denied us several times, but our attorney kept negotiating and pushing. Ultimately, the short sale was accepted, and we were able to walk away without having to pay any money at the sale. We are so incredibly grateful for Robert's guidance and persistence. He is smart, knowledgeable, and incredibly responsive. He is our realtor for life. Justin, Jackie, thank you so much once again for the opportunity to help you. Hey, look, some deals are easier than others, and that's okay. This is a very, very timely transaction. We started this many, many months ago, way before the COVID pandemic hit and became a real thing. I'm telling you now, there's going to be a lot more short sales coming up. If any of you watching this video feel like your back is up against the wall, whether it's an investment property or it happens to be the home that you live in, and you're experiencing a financial challenge or hardship, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. This is a lot of what I do, is help navigate these treacherous waters with mortgage companies and help get this behind you. Justin and Jackie, I'm excited for you guys. Thank you so much for this wonderful review. I hope everything is awesome with your new baby, and I'm looking forward to helping you or your friends or your family again. Be well.